Jiří Šuhájek introduced Mr. Pepíček. Of course, I did not miss the opening of the exhibition of paintings and glass by Jiří Šuhájek, even though I had to cheat my job a bit and reschedule my business trip to Germany, which will surely come back to bite me in the future. But who among us doesn't succumb to temptation from time to time, and Jiří Šuhájek is indeed a devilish whisperer, and his glass sculptures are hellishly captivating. Afternoon as painted, Žižkov quartier depopulated and for me incomprehensibly clean, and in the atrium gallery Mr. Jiří, in his inseparable hat and vest. He was giving out smiles in all directions, posing in front of the glass samurai and the remarkable paintings with the professional expression of a Dior mannequin. He was always everywhere and with everyone, and he was always laughing and entertaining others with his predictions. A prominent visitor to the opening was the Czechoslovak glass master, Mr. René Rubíček. We sat down in the hall of the former church in the pews, really as if in anticipation of the service, and then it began. First, Mr. Šuhájek was praised by a doctor whose name I overheard in the echo of the hall, for which I am very sorry. Then Mr. Šuhájek himself spoke about the phenomenon of Czechoslovak glass and the beginnings of studio work. He reminded us that glass artists in this country were never taught to blow glass and still are not, and he learned to do it during his study stay in London in the early 1970s. He said that when he started there were few glass artists, they all knew each other, their families knew each other. Quote, "When I first came to America, there were about 10 glass artists. Today there are 10 million glass artists, that's the least." He also explained that he had been painting pictures for 30 or 40 years, but hadn't made much of a name for himself anywhere. He learned to paint glass in high school, and he said it's an incredible range of techniques and possibilities that painters have no idea about, and he uses them on canvas, although he says he doesn't paint afterwards. The main point of the program was yet to come, however. Jiří Šuhájek introduced us to a craftsman from another branch of art, a musician called Mr. Pepíček, who came to play for us all. This is how he introduced Mr. Pepíček to the stage. Mr. Pepíček strengthened himself before the performance. And finally the audience demanded an encore. I believe that you will agree with me that Jiří Šuhájek has hit the nail on the head again and accurately described the genius loci of Prague's Žižkov. You can, and should, visit the exhibition until the 20th of May, but, unfortunately for you, you will probably not be able to see Mr. Pepíček there. Maybe next time, at the next opening. Now I realize Mr. Šuhájek is planning a big exhibition in Karlovy Vary at the end of summer. I can't quite figure out what artist he'll invite to open there, but I wouldn't be surprised if his name is Konrad. The bar is set very high.